I enjoy making films that have an impact on people's hearts and minds. Before I found my path and passion in using film as a tool of influence, I had many other dreams as a child. And like many of you, I'm sure, in the crowd, sometimes I do wonder how different my life would be if I took a different path. Today, I'm going to remind you about the power of entertainment and its ability to leave an impact on who you are, through the power of dreams, interests, pictures, and you. So growing up, when I was 7, I remember my primary school teacher asking me, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I remember responding, "Michael Jackson." I used to love dancing. I would dance in a playground, at family parties, in competitions, everywhere. I thought that I'd be a dancer when I grow up. But then when I grew older, I found a new Michael that I wanted to be like, Michael Jordan. So then I would play basketball every day. I would wake up at 5 a.m. before school to go for runs and so on and so forth. Basketball was my life. I read books on basketball. I watched DVDs on basketball. I would eat, drink, and sleep basketball. Despite the fact that both Michaels had the same initials, what linked the two to me was Michael Jackson's music video Jam. So as I became older, at the back of my head, Jordan was already associated with someone who I thought was great. So he was associated with Michael Jackson. Nearly every dream I've had was sparked by visuals I was exposed to when I was a child. Entertainment's influence contributes to the choices and the respective outcomes in one's life. This has a powerful effect on who we want to be and who we become. I believe dreams are the seeds that drive us through our life, and entertainment can be responsible for planting this seed. We naturally gravitate towards certain sounds, ideas, and values. These tastes show a lot about who we are. Professor Adrian North of Heriot-Watt University researched musical tastes' relation to personality traits. I found this really cool, but what I wanted to know is if this could work the other way around. Can entertainment or music be used to influence your personality traits? And would this result in effectively changing you as a person? So growing up, my top 3 favorite films to watch were The Three Ninjas, The Jackson 5, and Space Jam. So what did they do for me? I repeatedly used to watch Three Ninjas, which made me want to learn Kung Fu and fight like the little kids in the film, yeah? So this is me, yeah? And then since secondary school, I've actually practiced different forms of martial arts. Until this day, just putting on the uniform takes me back to being a child, And the Jackson 5 film is what got me into Michael Jackson. It made me want to dance and perform. My mum put me into drama school, and this gave me vital experience that I can now implement in my craft today. Space Jam is what exposed me to basketball. This inspired me as a child. Out of the 3 interests, basketball is what I chose to pursue as a potential career in my teenage years. This dream led me on a path that shaped my life drastically. Basketball influenced my education as motivation for a scholarship, my health to abstain from alcohol and smoking, and it taught me loads of different things such as leadership, teamwork, hard work, and discipline. All of these different values have played a major part in making me who I am now, and it's left a lasting impact. I don't know why I liked Michael Jackson or basketball as opposed to other sports. All I know is I gravitated towards basketball, and entertainment was the spark for that. Entertainment did not take me to school, nor did it help me with my schoolwork. It didn't raise me in that sense. What it did is it was my source of inspiration. Storytelling is extremely powerful, and for some people, this is all they have for guidance and empowerment. I was fortunate to have a strong family unit growing up, whereas people in more vulnerable positions can gradually become influenced into a destructive lifestyle when people in positions of influence promote negative messages that resonate with them. This can happen through music, film, and in the physical world. We see this in gang recruitments or with extremist groups where they recruit vulnerable people via a common thread. Entertainment is not the only problem or the solution to all problems, but I guarantee you it can spark a mind. So how can we use it? Well, what I believe is that there's all stories should be told, but there needs to be a balance in what's distributed, and this is what I feel is what's lacking within youth entertainment. Right now, what I feel is there's a lack of content being made and distributed with a true purpose or with a true value for viewers. Earlier, I talked about how entertainment influenced my interests, but what about my dislikes? How has TV shaped how you perceive people from other different racial backgrounds? What has TV taught you about rich people or poor people? What film has left an impact on you that has inspired you to change something in your life? What lessons have you learned, and most importantly, what ideas have you been introduced to? As a tool, entertainment can be used to push destructive views and agendas, or to influence change, peace, love, and laughter. One of my personal approaches in film is to play on perceptions and package content in different ways to challenge the way people think currently. This is an example of a film that I made called Illegal Activity. In the film, we misled the audience to believe that the whole film was basically about drugs on an estate. Young people were dealers and fiends and so on and so forth. Families were being broken. And then at the end of the film, we reveal that what you thought was drugs was actually books. The film ends on a quote saying, "If reading was illegal, would we read more?" I've totally spoiled the film for you, so I'm sorry. There's probably no point watching it, but, but basically, this was like a Trojan horse technique that I used to implement and sell a new idea to people in an indirect way. And through this, we were able to get young people interested in a film that was about books. So, so it was quite effective. And after the movie, our viewers, they reflected on their perceptions of people after the film. It was amazing. Entertainment has a great impact on our perceptions, our dreams, and our beliefs. Influential entertainment, art, and books have the capacity to tell stories in ways that compel us as humans to change. So what does this mean to you? We can't hide from the fact that we as humans love to create or consume content, verbal or visual. This is what keeps our imaginations going. Through this content, we can help form each other's cultural influences, rules, values, and tastes. This isn't just about filmmakers and musicians. This is about us as people taking responsibility for how we influence and shape other people's realities. What I'm talking about translates to you as a person. What we project leaves a mark. Our drive for success may inspire a stranger. Advice we give can help friends see light where they couldn't before. And an act of kindness can give someone new hope in the goodness of people. Okay, if there was one thing I could leave you with today, it would be to be aware. To be aware of what you project and what you create. To be aware of what you absorb and what your children absorb. And to be aware for the sake of the youth and a better future. Because you never know who's watching you. My tool is entertainment, as I believe it is a powerful medium. It's affected me, and now I want to use it to affect others in the same way. How will you make your mark on the world? Thank you.